morning, Springville High School. Welcome to the jungle. I'm Aiden.
And I'm Lizzie. Did y'all know November 6, 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th U.S. President?
Recently in the week, our Springville Choir hosted a performance at the Faith Community Church, where Mr. Hornsby's choir sang an entire performance for friends and family. It consisted of many beautifully curated songs that represented our love for singing. For the first year of the Springville Choir, it was quite the show. Let's go to Toxie, Scarlett, and Candace with a segment about the school fire that happened Tuesday, October 25th.
Thank you, Aiden and Lizzie. Today we will be talking about the fire that happened Tuesday, October 25th, and we will be interviewing some of the people that helped out with the fire.
An estimate of fires that are reported yearly is 500,500.
An estimate of 4,000 schools catch on fire each year.
So this is Ms. Edson, and what was the first thing that you thought of doing whenever you saw the smoke?
When I first saw the smoke, at first I didn't believe it. I had a student, Baron Roberts, tell me that there was smoke everywhere, and I didn't believe him because he had told me that he was accepted to Harvard the day before. So I didn't believe him, so I had to get another student to confirm it. Once confirmed, I thought about our fire safety plan and how we were supposed to exit that door.
And has this ever happened to you before?
No.
Okay, we're here with Dr. Moore, and what was your first thought on the fire?
Well, my first thought was that we had already had a student who, I don't know if you're aware of this, that was trying to make macaroni and forgot to put water in the macaroni. So the noodles burnt immediately. So it smelled like burnt noodles in the building. So I thought that the first indication was the indication that the alarm had gone off due to the smoke smell from burnt macaroni noodles. I won't say that student's name, but he knows. So then also after that, though, when I went around the hallway on the English hall and began to see the smoke, I knew that we had a different situation. For me, this is not my first time being involved with some type of evacuation due to smoke or potential fire. So the main thing you have to do as an administrator is remain calm, go through your proper procedures in your mind, make sure all the students are evacuated, and then just follow proper procedure. We only had 8 students go down that hall, down that stairwell. Everyone else did a great job who normally would evacuate that way, saw smoke, went the other way, went out. So out of 760 kids, you have 8 who just did it out of impulse. Not bad at all. So things went fairly smoothly and better than we could have anticipated. It could have been a lot worse.
Lastly, we're here with
Officer Witt.
Considering this was your first day at Springville, was it shocking?
Yes, it was very shocking.
What was your first plan of action?
To make sure all the students were out of the school and notify the fire department.
Okay, thank you. Back to Aiden and Lizzie.
Thanks, Candace. Now on to Luke with our segment, Springville Stars.
Hey guys, I'm Luke, and this is Springville Stars. And today we have with us David Robles. David, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
So, what has been your favorite part about running track?
I think my favorite part about running track has just been, the teammates and the support I get from the families, and especially the school. It's really been awesome for me.
And you're going to state next week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is your goal for this week?
I think my goal for this week is to go sub 16 in the mile. I feel like that would be a really good milestone for me as far as, colleges and whatnot.
And speaking of college, what are your plans for next year?
So my plans for next year, I think I'm going to be going to Wallace State and just pursuing my track journey there, and also my career in nursing.
And how I'd like to end my segment, what is your favorite letter on the Tiger Code and why?
My favorite letter on the Tiger Code is encouragement, because I would not be here personally if it wasn't for former students encouraging me to run cross country.
That's awesome. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you guys for
and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Luke. Now on to a very special segment honoring the veterans that are part of the Springville High School family.
Thanks, Lizzie and Aiden. This Friday, November 11th, is Veterans Day, and we want to ask some veterans that work in our school about their service.
On this week's jungle, we're here with
Police Chief Wayne Walton.
And how many years were you in the military?
I spent 22 years in the United States Army, United States Cavalry.
What branch were you
In the United States Army.
in? And what did you do in the military?
I was with the CAV unit, and June 20th, 1978, I entered Fort Knox, Kentucky. It's an armor unit. I trained there for 13 weeks as CAV. I went to the 101st Airborne. I was a door gunner on a helicopter. Went to air assault school, went to jump school. Stayed there a year and a half. We got deployed to Germany, to the 1st Armored Division. We guarded the Czechoslovakian borders. I spent some time in Korea at the border. We left there. I went to Fort Lewis, Washington with the 9th ID Scout Company. Then I come home and joined the National Guard. With the National Guard, I've been activated for Hurricane Fran, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And I've traveled just about everywhere except Australia, Japan, and China.
Hello, I am here with
Coach Watson.
Coach Watson, and we are going to film him today for our veteran segment. If you did not know, Coach Watson is a veteran. What branch were you in?
I was in the Air Force for 3 years and in the Air National Guard for 6.
Which one was your favorite?
Actually, I liked the Air Force. It was pretty cool.
Okay, so which one would you go back to?
The Guard.
The Guard?
Yes. Because then I wouldn't have to do it full time. I was doing it part time, go on the weekends, and then there's 2 weeks out of the year where you go and you do your whatever your duty is for that. And I did that for 6 years.
Nice. Okay, so which one would you say you made more income from?
Definitely as a full-time military person, and it wasn't a lot. It was less than a teacher, so. But I was glad to serve my country. My dad was 20 years in the Air Force as well, so I kind of followed after him. I didn't want to make a career out of it, but it helped me to get the veterans benefits that I have now.
Would you recommend anyone going?
Yes, I would recommend as far as the branches. All the branches are great, but I spent a lot of time in the military and Air Force, and I really like how they take care of their people and their housing and all that. It's really good, so I would highly recommend it.
Back to you, Lizzie and Aiden.
Now over to sports with Cooper and Emma for an update on our Springville athletes.
Good morning, SHS. This is Cooper with the sports segment. And did you know on this day in 1996, Evander Holyfield knocked out Mike Tyson in an 11th round boxing match in Vegas?
On 10/21, the Springville Tigers played the St. Clair County Saints in a home region game. It was another rivalry game for the Tigers, and they did not disappoint. Sophomore Jake Conner had 3 interceptions, while on the offensive side, junior running back Malin Albertson had 4 rushing touchdowns. As the clock hit 0, the Tigers won 42-32.
And now to Emma with more sports.
On November 1st, the bowling team kicked off their season playing Oxford at spare time. The girls and boys both won. The girls won 923 to 588, and the boys won 1008 to 820. On October 22nd, the competition cheer team competed for a chance to participate in nationals, and they got 10th place and got a bid to nationals. On October 29th, the cross-country team ran in sectionals to compete to qualify for a spot in state. The boys and girls both finished in 5th. On the boys' team, David Robles, Colt, and Benji all qualified for state. And on the girls' team, Avery Daniels, Carmen McMaster, and Caroline Sumi qualified.
Thanks, Cooper and Emma. Please go out and support your Tigers.
That's all we have for you today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at SHS4.
Also, check out our weekly newspaper at shs4.com.